Hare Krishna. So Arjuna, from the state of wonder, now he has gone to the state or the rasa of fear or bhayanaka. He is completely fearful. And why is he fearful? What is he actually seeing? He himself is describing now in two verses. In Śloka number 24 and 25. In fact, in these shlokas, he is describing in such a way that, oh Lord, now enough of all this drama, please remove all this. I don't want to see your universal form. So this he is indirectly trying to express in these two shlokas. So let's see that now. Shloka number 24 and 25. nabhaḥ-spṛśaṁ dīptam aneka-varṇaṁ vyāttānanaṁ dīpta-viśāla-netram dṛṣṭvā hi tvāṁ pravyathitāntar-ātmā dhṛtiṁ na vindāmi śamaṁ ca viṣṇo daṁṣṭrā-karālāni ca te mukhāni dṛṣṭvaiva kālānala-sannibhāni diśo na jāne na labhe ca śarma prasīda deveśa jagan-nivāsa. So in Śloka number 24, Arjuna is saying, Viṣṇo, oh Lord Viṣṇu. So Viṣṇu, basically the definition is Viṣate iti Viṣṇu, the one who enters each and everything in the universe. He is Viṣṇu. So here he is saying, oh all-pervading Viṣṇu, he is calling out. Now looking at the all-pervading universal form, he is actually calling out, oh Viṣṇu. And then he says that dṛṣṭvā hi tvāṁ, seeing you. And then he starts describing what is he seeing. He says, nabhaḥ-spṛśaṁ aneka-varṇaṁ. So he's saying, seeing you with your aneka-varṇaṁ, many radiant colors. And what are they? What is this form doing? nabhaḥ-spṛśaṁ, it is touching the sky. So now this is the overall picture that he's talking. Now he's zooming directly to the face and is describing about the many faces of the universal form, and he says, vyāttānanaṁ. And in your face, it is seen vyātta, that means open. The open mouths, all the mouths are open. And along with that, so mouths are open. What about the eyes? Here he says, dīpta-viśāla-netram. And you have got huge eyes, so many in number, and all of them dīpta. All of them are glowing, all of them are effulgent. And then after seeing all this, he is saying that pravyathitāntar-ātmā. He is saying, oh Lord of Lords, oh Krishna, oh Vishwarupa. He is saying that my mind is perturbed. Now my mind is completely perturbed. So this word pravyathitāntar, we see in the previous shloka also it came, and now also it's coming, where he's saying that I'm disturbed. My mind is completely perturbed. And then now he's saying, now very nice thing, he says, dhṛtiṁ na vindāmi śamaṁ ca. So he's saying that I can no longer maintain my steadiness. Dhṛtiṁ na vindāmi. And śamaṁ, equilibrium of the mind or peace. So here we can see that Arjuna is describing the form, and along with that he is describing his own state. So he is saying that I am not able to stand here. I am not steady, and my mind is not peaceful. My mind is not in equilibrium. Now when I was reading this shloka, I was remembering one shloka from first chapter. So in first chapter of Bhagavad-gita, Arjuna in shloka number 30, he says, Nacha shaknomya avasthatum brahmatīva cha me manah. He's saying, Nacha shaknomya avasthatum. He's saying that I am now unable to stand here. Basically saying I am not steady now. So after seeing the entire army, all his relatives, he's saying, I cannot stand here. I am no more in a steady form. And then he says, brahmatīva cha me manah. And he's saying that I am forgetting myself. And my mind is reeling, my mind is not in equilibrium. So now we can understand when Arjuna saw all his relatives in front of him, he was not steady. His mind was not in equilibrium. Now Krishna is showing a universal form and Arjuna is experiencing the same thing what he was experiencing when he saw his relatives. And here, in fact, it is more greater in intensity where he is not steady and his mind is not peaceful. His mind is not in equilibrium. Here it says, the next Śloka, 25th Śloka, it says that, O deveśa, O Lord of Lords, jagan-nivāsa, O refuge of the entire world, O shelter of the entire world. He says that prasīda, śarma prasīda, please be gracious unto me. Please be gracious unto me. And it's almost like the destruction has come and he's praying that please be gracious unto me. And then he says, then he's describing, diśo na jāne, na labhe. So he's saying that I cannot keep myself steady. I'm not able to keep my balance. And in all directions I'm bewildered. This is what he's saying. Diśo na jāne. I'm not able to understand the directions and I'm bewildered at all times. Why? What is he seeing? Here is described. daṁṣṭrā-karālāni chate mukhāni. Now he's zooming again back to the face, and in that face he's seeing karālāni, terrible. What is that terrible? Now in the previous shloka I said that in those faces I am seeing the open mouth, the gaping mouths. And now inside the mouth he's zooming and he's seeing, and he's telling daṁṣṭrā-karālāni. I am seeing terrible teeth in your mouth. And then he says, dṛṣṭvaiva kālānala-sannibhāni. And now he is saying that I am able to see what? I am able to see that kālānala, death-like faces, sannibhāni. Sannibhāni, as if basically this particular statement, it is pointing to the fire of destruction or annihilation that happens at the end of the universe, at the end of life of Brahma. So he's saying I'm able to see that destructive fire here in when I see your face and when I see the terrible teeth in your mouth. So in this way here we see in Shloka number 25, very nicely Arjuna is describing about kālānala, about the fire of death, that is the universal form's blazing death-like face. And this is basically the fire of destruction at the end of the universe. So in this way, Arjuna has described why is he fearful. So in the two shlokas, he has very clearly talked about his pitiable state, pitiful state. He has described the mouth, he has described the face, then he has described the open mouth, and in the next shloka he has described what is there in the mouth, and now what is happening in that mouth. Now that he is going to describe in the next few shlokas. So let's see that in the next video. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.